ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adults, men and women, welcome to this wonderful pajama party with your host, Hannah Gadlich. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hannah Gadlich, and I, I am so glad you're here. And I am wearing my Mary Did You Know shirt for Christmas. This is our pajama party, and we're going to kick it off with a story tonight. We're going to read Piper's Night Before Christmas, and it's from the book that Mark Lowry and Martha put together. And so I hope you guys enjoy. They said it was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. But hours before, there was much stirring then, for Piper the Mouse was the hyperest he'd been. He tried to be good, but his patience grew thin. He wanted it Christmas right there and right then. And there's Piper. Piper the Hyper Mouse. Isn't that wonderful? Well, let's continue on, shall we? He stared at those presents like catfish to bait. What was inside them? He just couldn't wait. One gift was marked Piper, so trying to peek, he pulled on the ribbon, stretching it with his feet. Excuse me, folks. But instead of it breaking, it snapped with a force catapulting poor Piper in the air. And of course, the window was open. So out Piper flew. There's no telling how many red lights he went through. Isn't that interesting and funny at the same time? Some church doors were open. He flew right inside, past the pews and the pastor. What a wonderful ride! Piper landed smack dab in a pillow of hay, then realized he was now in their Christmas Eve play. Tonight is Christmas Eve. And we know that Jesus will be born in Bethlehem tomorrow morning. There was Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and sheep. They were saying their lines. He didn't dare make a peep. They said that God loved us and gave us his son. So at Christmas, listen to me, at Christmas, it's giving, not getting that's fun. Piper looked right beside him, and there on the hay lay the most precious baby ever born to this day. Piper jumped off that manger and ran to his house, breaking all the speed limits that applied to a mouse. He got his one present and he dragged it 4 miles to the church, to the stage, to the manger, and smiled. And he gave it to Jesus. It was all he could do. Then the angel said, Jesus would rather have you. Isn't that special? How the angel told Piper the Mouse that Jesus wanted to have him. And you guys too. The play was now over. The cast took their bows. Piper took one himself with the sheep and the cows. Then he walked home that night with something new to believe. For he'd learned it's much better to give than receive. This is my favorite part. And this is the funniest part of the book, because I remember when it was 2014 and I was at the Gaither homecoming Christmas program. And Mark was telling the story, and he and he fell asleep, and it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. The audience was just cracking up with laughter, and it was funny. When he got to his house, he did not make a peep. Just made gifts for his loved ones. Then he fell fast asleep. So, that night before Christmas, that's why all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even Piper the mouse. And that is the story of Piper's Night Before Christmas.